Hello guys, I'll be today explaining the part about the script, score script, which is the part which records and shows the score of and high score in the game. Okay, so we started by initiating a static variable which is score at equals 0, and static initiation high score equals 0, which means that at the initial start of the game, the first time you launch the game, the score will be 0 and the high score will be 0, and the static score at the instance, and the score will be saved in our script. And we have another public function which adds a point. So if that point at the instance bird dead, which means when the bird's dead, we return a score. And the score, if this score is bigger than the high score, then we record a new high score. This is the part where when we move around the game and we record scores, each time the score gets higher than the previous high score, it records a new high score. And this is the part where we initiate our score recording when bird movement starts, which is the script will be explained later. Then we have a new function at the start. Okay, if at this instance the game object player go is equals to null, then the debugger will load cannot find an object with tag player. This is the part where if the player isn't in the game, it will show us that the player is not in the game. It's an error. It's actually to help us understand if the part script is working or not, and it's useful. It's a useful step in our scripts, in most our scripts. So then we can this at the start. So if bird equals player go dot get component bird movement. So this part says if the bird is moving, at the first the score is equals 0, and the high score equals player preference get initiate high score 0. This is at the first start of the game when we played a previous match or a previous round in the game and we have a high score. When we restart and play the game, we will have 0 score and the high score, which is the previous that recorded in the previous functions. Now, on destroy, this is a new function at the instance null, which is at the 0 start. It shows the player's high score. So if when the bird dies, and the high score is the new high score, we will have a high score and the high score, which will shows like 5-5 or 6-6 if we got a new high score. Update. This is the update function which goes frame by frame. So if the component .text score, we will have score plus a high score plus high score. So this is the part where we say that in our top right of the game you have a score line which records the score and the high score line which records our high score. So this is our script about scores saving. Thank you for watching.